What is up, YouTube? Holy Pepsi here. I'm going to be going over the massive update that's going to be hitting the PvE soon. So first off, preseason is just around the corner. During preseason, League of Legends generally likes to revamp masteries, runes, gameplay mechanics, objectives, and everything to basically make League of Legends into a brand new game. Example, last season we had dragons give 150 gold. Now, this season, obviously, we have them give stacks. Same thing with Baron. Baron used to only just give you bonus ability power, health regen, mana regen. Now it gave you just bonus ability power and attack damage with the enchanted Baron buff that would boost up your recalling, and it also give you a minion upgrade, which is really awesome. So that's generally the updates that happen during basically the preseason. Of course, they always do a jungle revamp, usually. Jungle is the focus on the past two seasons where they basically revamped the jungle twice. It was really, really cool, and they did some really neat things with it. So, getting into everything, as you can see here, Quinn is getting a rework, so she might actually be viable. So, that's really cool. And also, if you look at this guy's going to be replacing Baron, or I shouldn't say replacing Baron, but will be taking the Baron spot between 4 minutes in the game until 1955, right before 5 seconds before Baron spawns. That way, top actually has an objective, because if you actually watch the patch 5.21 rundown with X Special, they were talking about how they should basically put an objective top, which was basically foreshadowing that it was already done. This was announced yesterday, and I believe the video came out like 2 days ago, so it wasn't like they just magically made this out of thin air. So this must have already been going on for the past like 2 weeks in development. So they were just telling him to say that. It was pretty cool. But either way, there was needing to be an objective top lane. This will make it where if the top lane basically TP's bot, top lane can take this objective. This objective is called the Rift Scuttle Crab. What it does is it gives one person Baron buff. It gives everyone on the team 50 bonus gold, or global gold, everyone on the killing team. And it gives one person Baron buff. Now that one person can go top lane and push that lane out. So let's just say that top goes off and, or basically jungler goes, kills it, or with top lane, and he just gives top so they can go and push 2 towers. Well, the enemy top laner already TP'd, so now he has Baron on his Baron pressure on his minions. So that can become a huge problem. It might sound a little confusing, but it pretty much heavily punishes people for teleporting bot lane. Because if they do teleport bot lane, you're going to get this Baron crab that gives one person Baron, and if that person's a laner, that lane's going to get pushed very, very, very far in, and Baron minions do a ton of damage to turrets. So I'm sure as everyone is aware. Alright, so let's continue reading. Now, this is not live yet, but it's going to be pretty damn crazy. They're reworking every single AD carry in the game that I am aware of. Like, let me show you the reworks for AD carries. Okay. They're not really reworking them, like changing everything, but they're changing a lot of their stats and everything. So, yeah, that's about just every single AD carry in the game. It's pretty insane. And here's some massive changes. Corki, Quinn basically got, I believe Quinn's going to get a full rework. I really hope so, because her kit's pretty terrible right now. Or they're going to need to boost the damage somehow. But as you can see here, that is the new, or actually it's not called Rift Scuttle, it's called Rift Herald. And it's pretty cool. I like it. Here's a video showing basically people killing it. But yeah, I think that's cool. I think that it really utilizes the Baron spot, because Baron is absolutely worthless between, or I should say the Baron location is not used between 1 second into the game to 20 minutes, which I always thought was kind of weird. But now it's actually getting utilized, which I think is the right idea, and something that really should have been done probably earlier. But either way, it's pretty good. And it looks like they're changing the starting items as well, so we might not have Dorn rings anymore, which would be very, very, very interesting. But I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm going to have a link in the description about this. And this is what really is really weird. Okay, so these Keystone Masteries basically makes your AP damage and your AD damage make them bleed over time. And I'm just thinking about this. I'm like, wouldn't Brand be godly then? Because Brand would make people bleed over time constantly because of his effect. So that with Lindry's and him just being in support because he can just E people and it would be on them forever. That would be an insane amount of damage. But we'll have to see how that goes. I'm seeing Brand being really OP with the new one. I think that this preseason is going to be really good. The last preseason was really good too. Preseason is extremely fun because you get to test everything out. Kog'Maw, I think, is the AD carry that stands out the most. Let me see here. Oh, I probably just skipped Kog, didn't I? There we go. So, Kog'Maw's W now doubles his attack speed when he activates it, but lowers his AD by 60%. Now, if you don't know, Kog'Maw's a hyper carry because he does true damage on hit, and he does a percentage of their health, or not true damage, but it does a percentage of their HP on hit when he's in his W form. But when you use his W, it basically doubles his attack speed, and it also breaks the attack speed cap. League of Legends, or I should say Riot, has basically implemented an attack speed cap as this is the highest amount of attack speed you can actually get. And they went off and they made his W now break that cap. Because it used to be back in the day, you could have Jarvan with 5.1 attack speed, and it was hilarious to see Jarvan just like hit you 100 times in a second, it felt like. But it was just awesome. And now they're breaking that cap, so, or at least for this one champion, it can be able to break the cap. Everyone else, the cap still stays. Quinn got various updates. If I was to go through all these, we would be here probably for the next 3 hours or so. But as you can see here, there is a lot of update, and I am very, very, very happy. I would strongly recommend reading a lot of these because if you don't have a PvE account, then you're going to want to actually like read a majority of this so you can get a good feel what you should be expecting during preseason. But again, this stuff right here, it's really awesome. All this is subject to change, of course, but I believe a majority of this is going to stay. Scuttle Crab is definitely going to stay, or the the Rift Herald? I'm just going to call it Rift Scuttle because that's just the best. But Rift Scuttle, it's going to stay. You already see their development idea. They might change. It might become a different minion, but I think they'll keep it as is. Either way, it's awesome. I'm really liking so far what I'm seeing. I'm really hoping to see some jungle updates because they usually rework the jungle every single season. But so far, I'm very happy. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and peace out.